Bala Bhagiri Vare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janna Bala Bhagiri Vare Hare Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tirambanachari Jamuna Tirambanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janna Bala Bhagiri Vare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janna Bala Bhagiri Vare Hare Jashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tirambanachari Jamuna Tirambanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janna Bala Bhagiri Vare Hare Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tirambanachari Jamuna Tirambanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janna Bala Bhagiri Vare Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitya Gaur Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Gaur Hare Bo. Nitya Gaur Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Gaur Hare Bo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. It's a very great blessing that we have the good fortune to associate with His Grace Kalakantha Prabhu. His Grace Kalakantha Prabhu lives in USA, in Gainesville, Florida. And when he was only a very young boy of just 18 years old, he came across ISKCON and Srila Prabhupada. He got a copy of the book Sri Ishopanishad during his college days in 1972, when there was a Harinam party which was distributing the books. And then he joined the ISKCON Portland Temple. In 1973, Srila Prabhupada gave him both first and second initiation. And then in his 10-year brahmachari career, his main service was BBT, library party, book distribution. So going to different colleges, universities and reaching out to Srila Prabhupada books. That has been his main service. And he also served as a Bhakta leader in ISKCON LA, Los Angeles. And he also opened a college preaching center in New York, Delaware, and other places. So eventually, as the number of congregation devotees started increasing in America, he was very instrumental in the congregation development, both as a temple president and as a consultant. And he also served as an editor of Back to Godhead magazine and a secretary for the ISKCON GBC. So he has been taking very senior and responsible positions in ISKCON like that. In the last 12 years, he already has been into congregational development before, but in the last 12 years specifically, he came up with the concept of Krishna House. Krishna House is like here in India, we have the voice for the students, we have been doing for the male students. Similarly, Krishna House is a place where the boys can get training, girls can get training, and there are also congregations. So he is preparing missionaries there by training them in the morning program, having a Bhagavatam class. He himself gives Bhagavatam class, and he also makes the students give Bhagavatam classes also. He prepares them for giving Bhagavatam classes, and he personally evaluates them. And he also gives like a train the trainer kind of course also, by which he's preparing missionaries to be sent out to different parts of not only USA, even Canada and other places also, and open Krishna houses in different temples of ISKCON. So when I personally visited Gainesville temple, I stayed for about 4 days. It was such a thrilling experience for me because every day they have one new type of approach for preaching to a new class of people. What is that? Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. They call it Taco Tuesday. There is one particular pizza type of item they make that day, one special item. So on Tuesday, one group of people come. Then one day they have a jam music type of evening where loud music will be there and some students want very loud and dance. Other day there's a very soft music, very mild music with dim light, because we have all types of living entities, matching with the wavelength of different people. And there is another day where I saw one of his students was sitting, putting a circle of about 25-30 students. I was sitting behind just to watch. That student was driving a conversation amongst the students, asking them, what is one thing you feel it's worthy to live for? Huh? Each of them spoke, and finally the leader, the main lead organizer, that person, that student was bringing the point about Krishna consciousness so intelligently. So debate, discussion, music, in this way, by various ways, every evening there is some program there. And since 1974 or 75, I think Prabhu has been having this Krishna lunch from Gainesville temple, and Prabhupada actually knew it and Prabhupada appreciated it. And since then till date, every single day there is a prasadam distributed nowadays, even for about 800 to 1000 students daily, full plate of prasad. And the college is just across Krishna house. It's a stone's throw from here. So, and through that very nice culture of the devotee boys and girls going and distributing prasad, the college students become deeply touched by their character and personality. They come to Krishna house and become devotees. So in this way, he has been instrumental in charging, inspiring Krishna consciousness in a lot of youths of the West. So I have seen not only the Krishna house in Gainesville, and all his students in other parts of America also are starting similar houses under his guidance. I heard recently Baltimore one is started, I heard.
Yes.
Yeah, so in this way, so when I was giving in JBC College the youth preaching in India, so he was invited to give about youth preaching in America. So he gave a presentation of another course called Bhakti Habitat in America. So that is the time when I came to know more about his wonderful preaching, through the Krishna house in the West. So in the past 12 years, he has been developing that, and in addition to numerous articles in Back to Godhead, he also authored several popular books also, including A God Who Dances, and the Bhagavad Gita, the Song of the Divine, etc. Some of you were present yesterday evening. So Prabhu is very, very expert in writing rhythmic poems, and not just one or two small poems. For the entire Bhagavad Gita, 18 chapters, he has made 18 long poems for that. And the equivalent English to the Sanskrit, if you see, you will be simply amazed. He is very meticulous in ensuring that the meaning is preserved. And the way he has written the poems, if any of you haven't seen it, you really will be missing it. Check with other devotees. Yugal Shyam Prabhu can provide you copies of his Bhagavad Gita song, very, very beautiful song book. And I feel that for college youth, it will be a very inspiring thing to sing the Bhagavad Gita in the form of a song. Like Prabhupada sang this Gita Ragan. So he made in English. Yesterday he was singing in Bengali and English. Sundar Shampu sang in Bengali and Prabhu sang in English. It was such a thrilling thing. Once you hear that yesterday night's lecture, some of you might have been busy with your counselor meeting, you really missed it, you should go to YouTube and catch up with that. And then you will want to hear for all other chapters too. So in this way, Prabhu also made some ISKCON manuals on fund development and dispute resolution. And he is the initiating spiritual master in ISKCON, and his preaching spirit is emulated by his devotees across the globe. Now he comes to India for the GBC meetings. So I requested him once to come to Calcutta and Kanpur and Pune. So he visited Kanpur last year. Devotees had a very wonderful experience. So this time we went to Kanpur and then came to Pune for a few days here. And my humble request to Prabhu is every year when he comes to India for the GBC meetings, Pune can be one of his stations. He can come and spend time here, and we have many, many places where he can give lectures. He can go to colleges, he can go to our voice centers, he can also go to BCEC and Hinjawadi and Cam Temple here, and Vella Farm, Radha Damodar Temple. So we request Prabhu to inspire all our devotees by coming regularly like this. Come, let's welcome him to Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Temple. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. His Grace Kalakantha Prabhu ki, Shri Prabhupada ki.
Thank you very much, Radhesham Prabhu. Of course, in fact, I come to Pune to be inspired by all of you and the way you're growing Srila Prabhupada's movement, spreading it so intelligently, creating such beautiful facilities. Everyone will be attracted by a place like this. This is our little tiny ashram in Gainesville. It's about the size of one of your ashram rooms. That is our temple. but the devotees are very happy, and this is the great mercy of Srila Prabhupada, that even in remote parts of the world, Krishna consciousness is spreading. Srila Prabhupada came to Gainesville one time, 1971, and he was asked a question by the college newspaper reporter. Very good question. How do we tell your true follower? How do we tell your true follower? So he could have answered that in many, many ways. My true follower reads my books. My true follower chants Hare Krishna. My true follower has a bald head. He said, my true follower is a perfect gentleman. My true follower is a perfect gentleman, perfect lady. In other words, the behavior of the devotee is what identifies them as a follower of Prabhupada. Again, another reason why I find Pune so inspiring to visit, because the devotees are so very gracious, very thoughtful, very humble, very exemplary as Srila Prabhupada's followers. So thank you very much for this invitation and opportunity. So this morning I'd like to, Radhisham Prabhu gave me permission. We were scheduled to speak on Bhagavatam, which you usually do at this time on Sundays, but we have a sort of a hangover from Gaur Purnima, so we'll sing a little Gaur Leela bhajan. We're going to use this screen. I wonder, can everybody see the screen? Because we're going to be singing the words for this beautiful bhajan, both from the Bengali and the English. Okay? So who is our Madanga player? Okay. So we're going to sing this bhajan. Boro Sukha Kabor Gai. Who is familiar with this song? Handful. Okay. So this is a bhajan written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is someone we can all relate to very well, because not only is he a great devotee, but he was a householder, responsible magistrate in the British government, and prolific author of books on Vaishnavism. He did not discover the teachings of Lord Chaitanya until he had explored many, many other traditions. Then in his 30s he found these wonderful teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So as a householder, he brought them in, he applied the teachings to his life in a way that is so relatable to us all. In this particular bhajan, he is celebrating because he's looking out his window at his house in Surabi Kunja, and he sees there is a beautiful marketplace that has popped up. They call it pop-up bazaar. The marketplace of the holy name has been set up right next door to his house, and the owner and broker is Lord, or the owner and manager is Lord Nityananda. This Kodha Nitai means owner and manager. So Nityananda is the owner and the manager. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is the salesman. And who are we? Customers. We are the customers, yes. So this whole bhajan is a big sales pitch for the holy name from Bhaktivinoda Thakur. All right? So can we have somebody to change the slides? Prabhuji, you can do it? Okay. You change just a little before the last one ends, okay? All right. And when we chant Koda Nitai, Mridangas have to get very strong. Okay. Can I borrow the microphone? Microphone? Boro Sukher Kabor Gai, Boro Sukher Kabor Gai. Boro Sukher Kabor Gai, Boro Sukher Kabor Gai. One time only. Sorabi kunjete namer hata kuleche. I sing of ecstatic news, blissful and fantastic news. Baptized Kirtan marketplaces in Surabi Kunja. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Boro moja katatai, Boro moja katatai. Shraddha mulye shuddha nama seha tete bikai. There are smiles on every face in that holy marketplace. Krishna's holy names are sold for just the price of faith. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Jata Bhakta Brinda Basi, Jata Bhakta Brinda Basi. Adhikare deke nama beche daro kasi. All devotees are attracted to the market's interactions. Nittai qualifies each buyer, then conducts transactions. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Jadi nama kimbe bhai, jadi nama kimbe bhai. Amar sange chalo mahajana kache jai. Brother, if you want to buy, let us go now, you and I. Let us go and meet with the illustrious Nitai. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. To make him be Krishna Nama, to make him be Krishna Nama. Dastar Eloi Boami Purna Habe Kama. You will buy the name of Krishna, I will gather my commission. Then we both shall relish our auspicious acquisitions. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Borodoyal Nityananda, Borodoyal Nityananda. Shada Matre Loyedin Paramananda. Nitya is so very generous, faith is all he's asking of us. In exchange he gives us bliss unparalleled and endless. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Ek bar dikle chak se jal, ek bar dikle chak se jal. Angora bole nitai den sakala sambal. Now chant Gora if Nitai sees one teardrop in your eye. Anything you want or need, he surely will supply. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Den Shuddha Krishna Shiksha, Den Shuddha Krishna Shiksha. Jati Dana Vidya Bala Nakore Apeksha. Krishna's teachings are so pure, this profound entrepreneur. He cares not for your knowledge, money, strength, or even your birth. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Amane chadde maya jal, amane chadde maya jal. Gehe tako bani tako natake janjal. Forest, home, or anywhere, shedding Maya's web of snare. All at once you will be free of each and every care. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Anaiko Kaliboy, Anaiko Kaliboy. Achandale den namanitai doyamoy. Although Kali Yuga is here, you don't have a thing to fear. Even chandalas can buy from this kind marketeer. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Bhakti Vinoda Dake Koi, Bhakti Vinoda Dake Koi. Nittai Charana Bina Arnahi Ashroy. Bhakti Vinoda cries out, Nittai's feet there is no doubt. Are the only shelter you can never do without. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Gaur Premanandi. Bo. What is the price for purchasing the holy name? Shraddha. So there's two kinds of faith. Adau Shraddha, preliminary faith, just the idea that God exists, and then Nishta, firm and unshakable faith. What do we need to buy the holy name? Adau Shraddha, yes, just a little bit of faith, preliminary faith. Nishta, firm faith, that's advanced. And so we don't have to start with firm faith. We just start with, all right, I will try chanting the holy name. I will purchase and test drive the holy name. If I don't like the holy name, it comes with a karma back guarantee. We can always go back to our former life. The beautiful thing about Krishna consciousness, neither we have to pay anything for chanting, nor does anyone pay us anything for chanting. Neither do we have to start off signing some document, I believe in Krishna. All we have to do is just take the holy name, vibrate it on our tongue, and let the miraculous effects of chanting permeate our lives. This is the great mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. So, even the Chandalas can buy. Lord Nityananda does not care about our previous life at all. Otherwise, how would it be possible for Srila Prabhupada to start this ISKCON movement all over the world? Many people told him that he was wasting his time. Many people told him it was very dangerous to leave Vrindavan. And many people told him that, in fact, his sponsor told him, Swamiji, you just want to go and see America. They could not understand the gravity of the order of the spiritual master. Lord Nityananda, of course, is the original spiritual master. He is the original representative of Lord Chaitanya, who is Krishna himself. Just like in Krishna Lila, Krishna himself was very busy with his loving devotees, such as the Pandavas. And for the Duryodanas of the world, he has Lord Balaram take care of them. See? So Lord Chaitanya is immersed in chanting with his loving devotees, and for all the fallen souls, Lord Nityananda is there. And he doesn't care about our financial condition, he doesn't care about our knowledge, he doesn't care about where we were born or what kind of background we have. Ever since this Hare Krishna movement started, the caste Brahmins have been very, very against it. Why? Because their livelihood is threatened, their social position is threatened, and their whole idea of caste birth is threatened. See? So Lord Chaitanya faced great opposition for the Harinam Sankirtan movement. For example, when he began the Sankirtan movement, the local Pandits went and complained to the Chandkazi, the magistrate, the Muslim magistrate of the district. These people are not representing our faith. The same thing happened, interesting, in biblical times. The Pharisees complained to the Romans about Jesus. He's not accurately representing our faith. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta was attacked when he opened up the doors to Brahminical initiation to the non-Brahmins. And Srila Prabhupada was attacked. He was criticized. Oh, you're making this so liberal for these non-Brahmins to become not only Brahmins, but sannyasi, Vaishnavas and sannyasis. One gentleman asked Srila Prabhupada, you're initiating these young Western boys as sannyasis. What will happen if they fall down in the future? Srila Prabhupada said, if you have fresh vegetables, you don't ask, will they be bad tomorrow? He very nicely compared us to sabjis. So yes, tomorrow anything may happen, but if something is auspicious, it should be done immediately. And on that basis, Srila Prabhupada started this Hare Krishna movement. So this movement took root in the West, where there are multicultural societies in North America, UK, Australia, Europe, and then brought it back to India. And here it is flourished like never before. So now our challenge is to bring all the beauty of Hare Krishna movement in India all over the world. And for this we need this vision of Nityananda Prabhu. Everybody can take part. Everybody is Krishna's part and parcel. Striyo Vaishyas Tatasu Drasyepi Yanti Param Gatim. Anyone can approach the supreme destination, regardless of their birth. So any comments on this? Any questions on this bhajan? Did you notice, what is Bhaktivinoda Thakur getting when he makes a sale? Yes. And commission, fortunately, rhymes with Krishna. One of the few words. So what is the commission that one gets when you sell the name of Krishna? When you find a customer? You get devotion, you get? You get more of the holy name. Yes, you get an override. Yes? God gives, who gives himself. Yes, yes. Nachatasmin manuseshu kaschan me priya kritama. No, that's okay. We'll have a little brief discussion. That's okay. We'll leave the mic here, please. Just leave it there. Yes, yes. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Nachatasmin manuseshu kaschan me priya kritama. One who shares the message of Krishna consciousness, of Bhagavad Gita, is most dear to me. Everyone is dear to Krishna, but if somebody makes this effort to sell, to share the holy name, and to invoke a little faith in others, then this person becomes especially dear to Krishna. Because Krishna has everything, except the love of his extended parts and parcels. That they must give themselves voluntarily. So the devotee makes the effort to awaken that, how does Vaisheshika Prabhu put it? We want to scare the heck out of them, in a good way. We want to invoke all the auspicious inclinations in the heart and remove all the inauspiciousness. So this is not in our power to do, but it is in the power of the holy name. Anyone who chants it, they are getting the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. Any other comments? Radhisham Prabhu? Yes, Prabhu.
In material world, if someone is dealing with some commission thing, he will get 5%, 10%, not more than that, maximum. But here we are getting 100% commission of Krishna Prem. That is also eternal.
True. Yes, we get 100% of commission, not just a measly 5%. The quality of love of God is that it is always increasing. So Lord Chaitanya and his associates, Lord Nityananda, Dvaitacharya, Gadadhar, and Srivas, broke open the storehouse of love of God, and they began to eat the contents. But as they were eating, they found the supply increased, and they could not keep up with the increase, so they were then passing it out as fast as possible. Please help us deal with this. We don't know how to stop this ever-expanding ocean of bliss. One of my friends, S.P. Keshava Maharaj, was saying when he was coming around the devotees, Krishna consciousness, like some of you are perhaps, he was getting encouragement from devotees. You should please join the ashram, And he was thinking, yes, that will be a very special thing for this ashram if I join. And then everybody left. The temple president, Shruti Dharma Prabhu, came and said to him, this Sankirtan movement is going to spread all over the world, whether you join or not. Do you want to be part of the adventure? He said, sign me up. All right, any other comments? Speak loudly and I'll repeat. I received this holy name from my spiritual master with just a little faith.
I'm not experiencing the bliss which is being talked about in this Vaishnava song. So what can be the possible reasons for it and how to overcome?
I've received the holy name from my spiritual master, and yet I'm not receiving the bliss that is promised in this song. They say, like I say, there is a karma back guarantee if you're not satisfied with the results. But what is it that keeps us from experiencing the full bliss of the holy name? And that bliss is there. Why? Because Krishna and his holy name are non-different. Once the devotee said, Prabhupada, Krishna is present in his holy name. Prabhupada said, where in his holy name is Krishna? Krishna and his name are non-different. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. The problem is not in the holy name, the problem is in our ability to perceive. For example, if we were taking prasadam, very delicious prasadam, but we were wearing a sock on our tongue, what would we taste? What would be the enjoyment? See? So this covering of Maya is what keeps us from tasting the full nectar of the holy name. Sometimes you taste it, right? Sometimes the chanting is very blissful. Sometimes not. So in chapter 14 of the Gita, Krishna describes the transcendentalist who one is not attached to illumination when it comes, nor hankers for it when it is not there. In other words, what is in our control is to chant the holy name. It is not in our control about how much bliss we are feeling. You see? So we don't feel the taste because of offenses. We don't feel the taste because of attachments. Srila Prabhupada said that doesn't matter. If we just continue chanting, the attachments, the offenses will be cleared up. So that more than anything is our shelter. We know that the process will work regardless of our inability to fully appreciate it. Over time, those attachments tend to wear away. Over time, those offenses tend to wear away because of the determination of the devotee. Okay. All right. Is that all right? Thank you. Please pass the mic back. Yes. Loudly, I'll repeat.
Can you show that interactions, seeing the interactions among there was one...
Oh, can I show that slide?
That slide,
Oh.
where it was kind of mentioned what you started the class with, that who is your follower, Prabhupada? So Prabhupada said, perfect gentleman. So it seems like there was one thing in the song which was talking about people are getting attracted to the dealings among the... Something like that.
Yes, that was right at the beginning.
I just wanted to read that and try to understand actually that.
I'll just repeat it. It said, all devotees are attracted to the market's interactions. All devotees are attracted to the market. When the devotees see the marketplace of the holy name going on, devotees become very enlivened. They become excited. And then Nittai qualifies each buyer, then conducts transactions. How does he qualify? Do you have a Dao Shraddha? Do you have enough faith to purchase? Okay, then you can buy.
So all seem to be attracted to the market's interactions.
Yes.
Happening there. So many of us got interested to Krishna consciousness, seeing the devotees,
yes,
seeing them so wonderful.
Yes.
But as we spend more time, when we go more close, so the interaction doesn't seem the way they were before. And I myself is struggling with anger. So each gentleman becomes angry when it is inappropriate. That's it. Because gentleman is gentleman. So how do we... And yesterday you said that anger is indulgence. Still I am trying to understand it. Because I never felt like that.
So what you're saying are the interactions are very nice initially. And then we get to know each other a little better.
They are not so nice, maybe in close, maybe in show it is maybe nice. But, so how do we deal with that? Because we cannot be showing off that I am gentleman.
Yes, thank you. So this reminds me of a story from the Hitupadesh. The story of the fox and the moose. So the fox is walking along the field, and all of a sudden there's a well, and the grass has grown over, and he doesn't see, and he falls in the well. The well is dry, but the sides are very slick. So he's trying, and he can't get out. How am I going to get out? He has an idea. He starts dancing and singing, making lots of noise. And the moose up above hears this happy singing, and he goes and he looks in. What's going on? Oh, I'm dancing. It's so nice down here. You should try it. So the moose hops in, and the fox hops on his antlers and jumps out. So we're inviting people, come, chant and dance, Haribol. Are we like the fox? You come in and then you get to know everybody. The impersonalists try to avoid this problem by just removing themselves from society. When our emotional responses to association don't line up with our spiritual values, there's a tendency, let me just pull away. Let me not bother with this. So this is impersonalism. And we are all impersonalists to some extent. When the devotees at 26th Avenue, the first ashram, heard Prabhupada speaking about the impersonalists, how they are so wrong, they thought, Swamiji has a quarrel with some sect in India. Later they realized he was talking to us. So impersonalism means I don't care how you feel. Impersonalism means I don't even see that you're there. The digital age has been very good for impersonalism. It used to be you could walk down the street and maybe you could catch somebody's eye and smile and say good morning. Not anymore. Now they have earbuds, cell phone is going, I don't see you, you don't exist, I don't care about you, right? So as devotees, we have to break down this impersonalism. How do we do that? First of all, Bodhayanta Parasparam. In Gita, Krishna explains that the devotees have loving exchanges by talking about me. So why do we have conflicts with others? Because we are not putting Krishna first. If we're putting Krishna first, what is the conflict? You're serving Krishna this way, I'm serving Krishna that way, but we're both serving Krishna, our purpose is the same. So Srila Prabhupada gave the example of this mentality. He said if there is a rich man with several sons, the sons are wanting to give their loving father a massage, a nice massage to make him happy. But then they start quarreling. I want this leg. No, I get that leg. I want this arm. No, I get this arm. And the father is... So when devotees have disagreements, we should understand that there may be differences of opinion about how to spread Krishna consciousness. Those disagreements are spiritual. But if there are disagreements based on false ego, those are material. How can we tell? When we are unwilling to tolerate the other person, then we are on the false ego platform. When we feel that we have been offended, we're on the false ego platform. When we're failing to understand we are the architects of our own karma and not this person, then we're on the platform of false ego. When we're failing to understand Krishna has brought this person to me to pinch me a little bit, then we're on the platform of false ego. So to be gentlemen and to be ladies, we have to cherish the association of devotees. We always have to remember the devotees are Prabhus. This is one example of a difference in preaching strategy. In India, you would never call a lady Prabhu. You call a lady Prabhu and she says, what? But in America, Srila Prabhupada called all the devotees, the young boys and girls, Prabhu. Jamuna Prabhu, Malati Prabhu. Why? Because he wanted everyone to understand the serving mood. Everyone is my Prabhu. And he didn't get into the fine points of grammar. So we find that still works in the West. That a young lady, 19 years old, comes to the temple and we say, oh, mother. She says, what are you talking about? I'm not a mother. Oh, Mataji. What does that mean? It means mother. So we just call everyone Prabhu. And sometimes the devotees visiting from India say, what are you doing? You're calling this woman Prabhu? So this is just an example. Our preaching strategies may be a little different. This is not a cause for conflict, right? So if we're feeling angry with devotees, then we know that the problem is us, not them. And what do we do about it? We just continue with our service as if we are dealing with a handicap, like a broken arm. Oh, Krishna, I'm trying to serve you and I've got this material anger. Anyway, let me serve you the best I can. You see? We carry on. Radhe Shyam Prabhu.
Prabhu, thank you very much. Prabhu. Nowadays, many students, we have male mentors for the boys. Similarly, female mentors for the girls we have. So sometimes when they receive instruction from their mentors, the relationship doesn't properly form because of the student is a growing student and they take insult very easily if some correction is given. So they consider switching over to another mentor because there are many mentors available. So one student was asking me, which is the point in which one has to decide to switch over to another mentor, because I am not able to gel with the mentor. So I told the student, you may not be able to gel with your mentor because you have become close to receiving the feedback. But if you persist, if you look at the compassionate side of your mentor, if you, so it may be helpful for you. Because if they hop and jump to multiple mentors, it may not be very good. So what do you think about that? What regarding that?
Yes, the difficulty may well be that we are unable to communicate properly. In a good mentor-mentee relationship, there is honesty. And in order to be honest, we have to be able to express our feelings honestly. So I would encourage such a mentee to say to the mentor, look, this is what I am feeling. I'm not gelling in this relationship. What do you think? So the prashna, pariprashnena, right? The relevant question must be asked. And this is a relevant question. So the mentee is coming to you and saying, I don't like this mentor, then that's not good. Better you say to the mentor, I'm having this problem in our relationship. And that way the new student can grow. See, there's no hidden, there's nothing that's off the table that's taboo in the association of devotees. We can talk about anything. We have to reveal our mind. Guyamakyati prichyati. To confidentially reveal our mind. This is what I am really feeling. And then the mentor, if the mentor says, well, you shouldn't feel that way, then it's probably good to get another mentor. But if the mentor says, thank you for this feedback, let me think about how I can improve, then you have, all of a sudden you have made great progress in your spiritual life for both of you. Is that all right?
Yeah, thank you very much. Prabhu, also, nowadays, many of the, when I look at yourself and all Prabhupada's disciples, the kind of sharanagati, surrender and commitment that you all gave to Srila Prabhupada is very exemplary and extraordinary, it is. So now many students are ready to come to temple, take darshan, take prasad. They like this very beautiful atmosphere. They come in large numbers, they come. And when they start coming for the weekly programs, they are unable to rise above the sinful life because of bad association. And they may come for the program also, they hear the knowledge also, but it doesn't sink in their heart so much. Many times they slip, repeatedly they fall back, maybe due to social media and due to bad company. So by remaining weak and vulnerable like this, what is your advice for such students who are not able to commit themselves to pure lifestyle? Because without that commitment, they are not going to experience the higher taste. So, because good number of students do that. So what do you suggest for them?
Right. Our experience in the West is that some people take years to, and it sometimes takes some very difficult tests to awaken the weak person who cannot make that commitment. Like Narada Muni gave this curse to Nalakuvera and Manigriva. A harsh curse. You become a tree for thousands of years. But why did he do that? Because he said, like a parent will pinch a sleeping child to wake them up because they need some medicine for their illness. So similarly, sometimes some harsh treatment is needed. Therefore, the preacher must be very patient and also discriminate. You know, the quality of the Madhyama Adhikari is to be able to discriminate amongst association. Some people are ready for more, some people are not. So the preacher can see, okay, this person is ready, this person is not. Let me be very patient with this person. Let me give more attention to this person who is more ready. Srila Prabhupada had two disciples. One of them was my friend. Before he was a devotee, he was a drug addict. And he got initiated at the same time as another devotee who was a professional architect. Sarabi Maharaj. So they got initiated together, they were friends, and they would get letters from Srila Prabhupada. For the drug addict, he would get these letters. Oh, you are a very nice boy, you're doing very well, keep chanting. For the architect, he got these letters. You are nonsense, why have you done this? So sometimes it takes a while to come to the point of realization that there is nothing outside of Krishna that is worth it in this world. So the preacher can be very patient. The Madhyama Adhikari has this ability to discriminate who is ready, who is not. Uttama Adhikari makes no such distinction. This is the problem, Radhisham Prabhu, perhaps, that you just see everybody as more advanced. So who to spend time with, who to give. My Sankirtan leader in Los Angeles, on Saturdays everybody would go out for book distribution. And he would go around and encourage everybody. He would say, Prabhu, could you descend to the second class platform today and go out on book distribution? Yes, so we look for the favorable and we give them our attention. You know this 80-20 rule? The 20% who are 80% ready, we give them 80% of our attention. And the 80% who are only 20% ready, we give them 20% of our attention. Okay. Anything else? Yes. Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you very much for such enlightening translations. And I was very bit sorry yesterday that it was announced that the books were over. So how can we buy all your books? Is it going to be in print available again?
Thank you. Thank you for asking that question, and I will give you permission after class.
Okay. And my question was actually in line with Radhesham.
No, I understand. The books are published in Vrindavan by Touchstone Media, so they're available online. And if you know Krishna Katha Prabhu,
yes,
you can also lobby him. He can stock the books in the bookshop also. There's 7 titles.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And my question was in line with Radhesham Prabhu's questions only, that this mentor-mentor relationship and all that. So Prabhuji, now in this today's time and age when everybody has access to this internet and all kinds of things coming up on the internet, so physical being in contact with the mentor would depend upon the faith of the mentee or the young person who is trying to understand the philosophy. But because there are so many such avenues, so in today's time and age when the mentor is also very busy and they are, as you said, 80-20 rule. So how can that relationship be established when they are not physically in the same proximity?
Yes.
So are there some techniques?
No, this is the great boon of the pandemic that we all learned about Zoom. Yeah? So regular association is the key. So just scheduling a regular class and holding it very faithfully, very regularly, that allows people to get in the flow, and then hearing nourishes the chanting. Yuktahara Biharasya, right? Yeah, yes, yukta, regulation is very powerful. Srila Prabhupada started his preaching by going here and there and giving lectures. Then he realized that he needed to have one place where people could come and regularly hear. And so that made the difference. Then people started growing into serious devotees.
And in line with the same thing, like as you said, the marketplace of the holy name. So just if you see this big temple was built by the contribution of so many donors who might have given small amounts, and maybe not only from Pune but from all over the world maybe. So those who give donations, like in terms of Lakshmi, how do they actually get connected? Because from our side, I'm not sure whether we are in touch with those people who donated 10, 20, 15 years back.
Yes, they are getting permanent overrides. Permanent commission. Every time someone walks in the door, they're getting a benefit. Yes, in my church growing up, there was kind of an ethic about, about giving money. And there was a story about one miser who did not believe in God his whole life. He made lots and lots of money, but he never believed in God. But then when he was getting older, he thought maybe, just in case. So he went to the church and he put $5 in the collection plate. And then he died. So he ascended to heaven, and there at heaven was St. Peter, the guardian of the gate. He said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I put my $5 in the plate." St. Peter said, wait a minute, let me check my records." Then he comes back and he says, "Here, take your $5 and go to hell." So Krishna is not like that. And Sudama brought him just a little chipped rice. He gave him so much love and then so much opulence. And you know, Sudama, when he was leaving, he was saying, "Oh, I forgot. This is very bad when the wife sends the husband to do an errand and the husband forgets to do it." But he was thinking, well, Krishna must have known that I would become very attached if he gave me some opulence. So my Lord is so kind. He's looking out for my spiritual life. But then Krishna had given him, of course, so much. And then he was only appreciating Krishna more. So the point is that when we give something to Krishna, that brings an eternal benefit. And that stays with us no matter what else we may do. what is it? Not nehi krama, nehapi krama vyasasti. Yes, that any advancement we make will be permanent. Like when we're distributing the prasadam to the students at the university, most of them, not very interested in Krishna or spiritual life at all. But every scoop of halava, we're thinking, human life, you're getting a human life now. No matter what else you do in this lifetime, you will come back at least as a human being. Why? Because at least for this one meal, you have used your life properly in Krishna service. See?
Yeah. So actually, the related question would be that these people who have maybe by force or by their own willingness, they would have contributed monetarily to this project. But at the same time, should we make a conscious effort to actually give them this Mahamantra or the philosophy in whichever capacity they want to do? Because on their own, they might not come.
Yes, that depends on their desire. The same question. We cannot impose the holy name on people. In fact, the best way to attract people is to be enjoying our own Krishna consciousness. If we're happy in our spiritual life, then people will say, "What's going on with you?" It is very rare in this very dark world and personal world to find somebody who's actually enjoying life in a deep way, in a consistent way. I had the opportunity to see Srila Prabhupada 50 times, roughly, and in lectures and morning walks and darshans. And he always had this mood of subdued joy. He was very grave. You could not tell what he was thinking. So you might think he's very grouchy, he's not feeling well, or you couldn't tell. But then in a moment there'd be this big smile. Once we were walking and very grave, he's walking, and then one of my colleagues asked him, Srila Prabhupada, we sell books to the archaeologists, and they do not believe that there was this whole Vedic civilization. They laugh and say, where were the bones? If there was such a great civilization, where are all the bones? And Prabhupada stopped, and a big smile, and he said, these archaeologists, they are just like the dogs digging bones. He said they burn the bodies. Why are they digging? Why do they want to dig bones? So there's a devotee is jolly, although you may not be able to tell it. Right? The devotee is very happy. So this is how we attract people. It is not the philosophy, it is the behavior of the devotee. Okay. Yes, sir. Oh.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. When we approach to very rich people and very highly qualified people with the books of Prabhupadas, they're just avoiding us or saying just lost from here. And when we reach to illiterate people and very poor people, they at least listening to us, or sometimes they are also purchasing. So my question is that how to deal with very rich people and very highly qualified people?
This is a very good question. Narada Muni had the same discussion with Nalakuvera and Manigriva. These boys were standing there drunk, naked, and unashamed, and Narada Muni said, the problem with you boys is you have too much money. He said, when you have too much money, you spend it on sense gratification. See, generally in life, there's always a shortage. For example, when you're young, you have energy and you have time, but you have no money. When you're middle-aged, you have energy and you have money, but you have no time. And then when you're old, you have money and you have time, but you have no energy. Okay? So always something is missing. So for these boys, they had everything. They had money and time and energy. And what are they doing? They're spending it on nonsense. So Narada Muni was saying, the problem is you have too much money. Poor people do not have time to pursue needless sense gratification because they're just concerned, how will I get my next meal? And therefore they are not in the habit of excessive sense gratification. Therefore saintly people like to be with poor people because they are not engaged in such frivolous things. And so that's a great benefit of poverty, he said. Therefore he cursed them in this way. So, but at the same time, Krishna consciousness is for everybody. The difficulty is that if people have money or high qualifications, it's more difficult for them to feel the humility of surrender. They're enjoying life in a very nice way in this world, and yet And so they think, what else do I need? Queen Kunti says this, right? Janmai Shraya Shruta Sribir Edamana Madat Puman, that the rich people, the qualified people, are more challenged to call out for Krishna from the core of their heart. We read in the Gita that 4 kinds of pious persons approach Krishna. Chatur Vidham Bhajanti Mam. Right? Jana, Sukritino Arjuna, Artha Jigyasa, Artha Arti, Gyani Cha Bharatar Shava. The Artha, those who are in need of money, can call out for Krishna. Or those who are distressed, Artha Arti, they can call out for Krishna with sincere feeling very easily. And then amongst the wealthy, some are curious and some are wise. So there'll be a small number, but they'll be attracted. My friend Ambarish Prabhu, from a very wealthy family, he was saying that poor people hope that money doesn't buy happiness. In other words, they hope they can find happiness even if they don't have money. Rich people know that money cannot buy happiness. Okay. So as far as how approaching, all we can do is enjoy our own spiritual life. Sometimes Krishna will bring us in touch with very wealthy people, sometimes not. One thing that the sadhu should never just flatter rich people and become their token sadhu. You know, this is the one injunction. Srila Prabhupada was asked by Professor Thomas Hopkins, what is the most important passage of Bhagavatam? Thomas Hopkins had written his thesis on Srimad Bhagavatam. So he asked Prabhupada, what is the most important passage? Prabhupada said this verse from chapter 2, first canto, verse 9. Dharmasya hyapavargasya. That one should never use spirituality for material gain. So, and if we get money in the course of our spiritual life, that's okay. Just don't use it for sense gratification. So, you know, money is Lakshmi Devi, Chanchala, she'll come, she'll go. The important thing is the consciousness of the devotees. Whatever comes, we use it for Krishna. Okay? So, yes. I hope that answers your question. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. My question is that when they said that you gather Krishna's holy names and I will gather the courage, I did not know that's meaning. So
the meaning of commission. Yeah, a commission is if you sell me a product, I pay you 100 rupees, you bought the product for 60 rupees, you get to keep 40 rupees, that's your profit, your commission. Okay? So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, you buy and then I get a commission. And what is that commission? That Krishna will be pleased with me for introducing the holy name to you.
Yes.
Okay? Jai. All right, I know there's more questions. I wanted to just say, could we do one more bhajan? Okay, I think we're okay. So I have 2 primed up. One is Markeni Bhagavat Dharma by Prabhupada, and one is Gopinath by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Usually people like the Gopinath very well, but it's only English because it's so long. What do you think? Should we try Gopinath? Markeni Bhagavat Dharma? Okay. Thank you. Boro Kripa Koile Krishna Adame Prati Kelagi Yanileta Koro E Begati. My most dear and kind Lord Krishna, though I don't know why. You have brought me to this place to act as you decide. Ache Kichukarja Taban Eyanumane Nahe Keno Ani Ben Eugrastane. Surely you have business here that I don't understand. Otherwise, why would you bring me to this awful land? Rajasthamogune eran sabai achana basu deva kata ruchi nahe se prasana. People here enjoy their bodies, living in the modes. How can they see Krishna talk will satisfy their soul? Tabe jadi taba kripa hoya hoituki sakalai sambhava hoy tumi se kautuki. You are most compassionate, the transcendental mystic. Therefore the impossible will soon be realistic. Passionate, the transcendental. Bhave bujhale taram buche se rasa eta kripa koro Prabhu kori nija basha. When will they learn how this bhakti rasa benefits them? Only by your mercy could I possibly convince them. Taba ijja hoi jari tadera udhar buji benis chai tabe kata se tomar. Please relieve these fallen souls, for if you so desire, they will gain the insight from your words that they require. If you so desire, they will gain the insight from your words that they require. Kiko kai pujabo kata maro se chahi shudrami dinahina kono shakti nahi. How can I persuade them, being fallen and alone? Only you can do it. I am helpless on my own. Atacha e necho Prabhu kata bolibare jeto maricha Prabhu koro e bare. Somehow, Lord, you brought me here to teach them about you. My success or failure now will happen as you choose. Akila Jagat Guru Bachana se amar Alankrita Koribar Shamata Tomar. of the universe, I simply speak your words. If you energize my speech, your message will be heard. Taba kripa hale mor kata shudhalabe shuniya sabara shoka dukkha je kuchibe. By your mercy, everything I say will grow more pure. Then their miseries will vanish, of that I am sure. Aniyacho jari Prabhu amare nachate nachao nachao Prabhu nachao semate. Kastera putali jata nacha o semate. Kastera putali jata nacha o semate. I'm your dancing puppet, Lord, if dancing is required. Make me dance, yes, make me dance, and dance as you desire. Puppet, Lord, if dancing is required. Make me dance, yes, make me dance, and dance as you desire. Bhakti nai, Veda nai, Name Kobdaro. Bhakti Vedanta Nam Ebisartakoro. I lack bhakti and Vedanta, still I have strong faith. Only you can manifest the purport of my name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
हरे कृष्णा। तो आप लोगों ने सब सुना होगा कि कितना यूनिक वर्जन है कि इंग्लिश में, इंग्लिश इज नॉट इन गुड ओके। तो हमने सुना है कि कितना सुंदर तरीके से उन्होंने जो वैष्णव भजन है उसका एक ट्रांसलेशन किया है और जो बहुत ही सरलता से वो हमें समझता है। तो प्रभु जी ने भगवत गीता, भागवतम, राधेश्याम प्रभु बता रहे थे कि जो भी कई सारे जो वैष्णव गीत है और कई सारे वैष्णव गीत सेल गया। हरे कृष्णा। तो हमने सुना कि बहुत सुंदर जो वैष्णव गीत है वो समझने के लिए कितना सरल तरीके से प्रभु जी ने इसका ट्रांसलेशन किया है। इसी प्रकार का ट्रांसलेशन श्रीमद् भगवद गीता, भागवतम और कई सारे जो हमारे वैष्णव आचार्यों के भजन है इन्होंने उनके ऊपर किया है। एक बहुत ही अपनी ये इतने सुंदर भजन, जब तक ये हृदय में प्रेम नहीं होता है तब तक इस प्रकार के गीत कोई लिख नहीं सकता है। तो श्रील प्रभुपाद जी के डिसाइपल हमारे बीच में आना और इस प्रकार का उनका संग हमें मिलना ये सचमुच बहुत प्रेरणादायी है। आइए हम पूजनीय कालाकंठ प्रभु को धन्यवाद देंगे 3 बार हरि बोल बोलकर अपने पारंपरिक पद्धति से। हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल। प्लीज फॉरगिव मी, इंग्लिश इज नॉट गुड। सो कुछ महत्वपूर्ण अनाउंसमेंट है। सबसे पहले कि श्रीमद् भागवतम क्लास 11:30 बजे आज मराठी में होगा। शाम भजन प्रभु द्वारा दिया जाएगा। बालकनी में, मतलब सामने वाली जो बालकनी है जहां हम झूलन यात्रा करते हैं, वहां बहुत ही भक्तों के लिए एक सुअवसर आज है। श्रील प्रभुपाद जी के कई सारे डिसाइपल्स और इस्कॉन के भक्त वृंद ने लिखे हुए किताब आज 70% डिस्काउंट रेट में वहां उपलब्ध है। तो जो भक्तों को देखना है तो वहां अभी आप देखते हैं कि सेल काउंटर डिस्प्ले किया गया है। अलग अलग प्रभुपाद जी के डिसाइपल्स, इस्कॉन के कई सारे भक्तों ने लिखे हुए किताब 70% डिस्काउंट रेट में हमें यहाँ उपलब्ध है। इस हफ्ते में हमारे बीच में एक विशेष भक्त उपस्थित होने वाले हैं, हिज ग्रेस गुड़ाकेश प्रभु। उनका शेड्यूल बाद में डिस्प्ले किया जाएगा। कालकंठ प्रभु का जो है श्रीमद् भागवतम क्लास कल श्रीमद् भागवतम क्लास श्री राधा कुंज बिहारी मंदिर में होगा। जिन भक्तों को इनका संग लेना है आप श्री राधा कुंज बिहारी मंदिर में भी जा सकते हो। हरे कृष्णा। कालकंठ प्रभु की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Very easy to understand. I heard this bhajan so many
Such a simplified version is given. It's very easy to understand the translation.
I was,
Very sweet, poetic and very simple.
you were inspiring me by enjoying it. Thank you.
It's really, really.
He's a poet himself.
Oh, you're a poet?
He writes Marathi poems.